now. For anybody who's been sitting here for the last 5 minutes, we just lost a little bit of Wi-Fi, but we're back. Everything's fine.
We are indeed back.
Nathan is not back. He is. We've actually got an invisible man to replace him. Invisible man, say hi. He's also inaudible.
Okay. Nathan is gone right now. He'll be back in a minute. And yes, we shall be back online playing in. Leave it up. Hello, everyone. Welcome back for the second time today. Wayward Dice. I'm Caleb Gillespie, the host, and we're going to be playing some D&D 5e, Dark Sun Edition. And I'm going to be playing an Eladrin Mystic, named Sylvaster.
I think so. We're probably going to put this up. We lost our stream, so I think we'll upload our first 15 minutes as like a part 1, and this will be part 2. Do you want to go ahead and introduce your name and character one more time real quick? And then we'll jump right back in.
I'm Zach Vajda, playing Grumble Huth, Grumble in quotation marks. A barbarian halfling, again looking for some more new exotic flavors. Mostly of the human and or humanoid kind.
I heard that is looking for s'mores.
That would also work. Marshmallows are a fine substitute to human meat.
Alright, and did I introduce myself last time?
You didn't.
You
didn't even say you were the DM. You just said what we were doing.
I think I just jumped right in. I was trying to cover Ethan's role, so... Alright, so Ethan is our player who's not present. His elf rogue is named Lobu, and then we also have another party member, a half-elf ranger named Tristani. So I'll be running them tonight. My name is Nathan, and I am our dungeon master, so... Alright, so before the stream dropped, you guys were kind of like, you made some perception rolls to scan the environment around you. It's dark, you're underground in the ruins, you have torches lit behind you, you're mounted on your lizard-like creature.
It's going forwards, but at a leisurely pace.
Through the fog and the pillars distant at the edge of the torchlight, you can make out 2 Dray, skeletal-looking dragon-like creatures with spears. And with your mind sense, you detected a third mind presence beyond them that you can't see. Yeah, and that's where we left it. So, so why don't you go ahead and finish describing what your character is doing, and then we'll jump to Kale.
Huss here he's taking out his big blade of bone and moving at what to him would feel like a very what's the word I'm looking for? Expedited pace, a very fast movement, and then the camera would pan out and he'd actually be moving at a snail's pace, but he'd be very excited.
So his adrenaline's pumping.
Yeah, it's going faster than he's ever walked.
So is he raging?
Not yet. He's working. He's working it up.
He's working up a rage.
Yeah.
Is his spirit animal involved in any way?
He's trying to.
He doesn't have a spirit animal. He's just a spirit guardians.
Pop a rage.
Okay. So.
And also the spirits of people he eats.
Is he channeling any of that sort of thing right now?
Yeah. You can hear his dad, or he can hear his dad, his dead father, in the back of his mind, talking. Use the bone, grumble.
So in our group at our table we have off-colored D20, which we use for inspiration. So, for example, for role playing, you can have up to one inspiration die at a time for a reroll, basically.
Of any D20 roll.
Yeah. So, all right, and so you're kind of charging forward at a snail's pace.
Well, to others, it's a snail's pace.
And are you saying or doing anything? Do you have anything in your hands?
I got the big bone.
So is it like two-handed, or do you have one hand on your reins and
one hand on my reins, one hand on my bone.
And you're riding forward?
Yes.
In silence?
It's he's building up the primal scream, so it's kind of
Okay, alright. And is the balloon, is your musical balloon strapped to your back, or?
It's strapped to his side, so every now and then you hear a rap.
So it's actually kind of clanking along and kind of making like half-hearted balloon noises.
Yeah. So I mean, it might catch the attention of the Dre, going what's this halfway war music going on?
Yeah, they're probably as confused as I am. So all right, how about you? So he starts off slowly inching forward, and he's kind of it sounds like a tea kettle about to whistle. It's coming out of your barbarian halfling.
Hearing that, I am reminded of my childhood and drinking tea whenever I got up in the morning. I lived in the Feywild, so leaves were very, very common, which I believe that logic very, very sound. But so here I am trying to plant an illusion in someone's head to trick them and make them think that there's someone behind them so we can sneak attack. And he's going off like a high-pitched pot that's boiling water.
Yes, you just described the situation, Kale.
I'm just thinking about this. I just got this mental image right now. It's quite funny.
Okay. I believe, noticing his
Could I make a stealth check to see if they don't notice?
No.
Darn.
No, you only make a stealth check if there's a chance of failure.
Noticing his actions, I believe that I'm just going to draw my bow, and I guess I'm gonna let loose an arrow. Actually,
well, hold on.
Almost let loose an arrow.
Well, you can make an action. So we have to stick with your original description of the mind trick.
Which is the delusion, sure.
Okay, but you can't we need to resolve that before we go on to any sort of combat things. So we mentioned I didn't see any sort of description as far as a balancing for just making things automatically appear. So I went ahead and rolled. I rolled a 1. So go ahead and describe in detail what that person or dragonborn.
Well, this dragonborn
Dre.
Dre. As soon as he turned his head in any kind of direction that was behind him or where I thought that I could sense another creature, with my perception check, I'm trying to make him see a torch back there so that he might approach it, or see a light coming from around the corner, in a sense.
Okay.
Basically, just trying to fool him into moving away from where he is so we can advance further and try to do something or distract him. Yes.
Okay, we'll say that one of the two Dre kind of turns and looks over his shoulder. And they kind of lean heads in, and then it looks back, and it kind of does this sort of deal back and forth, and then he kind of races off into the darkness.
Wait, do you see
and
that?
the other one's looking after him, and you're slowly going towards him. The other one's
getting
kinda,
higher and higher,
kind of like that. And then he like snaps back and like he's like looking like right at you.
At this point, I actually don't have a spur on my boot, but
Yeah.
I kick the Onyx just a little to get it to actually charge now.
Okay.
So now it's going at like full pace. I'm at full primal scream. I'm feeling my father's life force through me, and it's getting me to really rage. Why did you leave me, father? And it's going pretty good. So I'm raising my sword, and I'm gonna go.
And you're still actually raging now.
Hang on.
Yeah.
You say, "Why did you leave me, father?" in your head, and you hear him answer back, "Why did you eat me, son?"
Yes, I ate my father. Yeah, it was great times. But he was a warrior. I had to do it.
The innuendo. Okay, continue.
It's what we call war.
Cannibalism. Cannibalism. It's not as bad as what it sounds.
I think eating one's father is as bad as it sounds.
He was already dead.
Okay, Zach.
You should probably publish this in book form, and then people who are interested can read it.
Yeah, I'll do like an Old Man
It'd be like a
Henderson
Prince
background.
Hey,
just
sort of
just
thing.
another outlet for us to get more viewers.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Best
that.
book.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay, let's do that one.
Nat 20 plus 1, 21.
Alright, so since
16.
you're raging and you roll a nat 20, you just go ahead and go first.
Sweet. So, like I said, I'm in this full primal scream. I got the ancestors protecting me, or whatever that does. I forget
Yeah, what was
exactly.
yours?
16. What's that?
And as my Onyx comes racing past this, what is it, Dre?
I forget that you're riding your Onyx and not actually running. Like, that's such a different image in the head.
Yeah. I don't have... This is gonna be like the Wall-E situation. He's gonna be really fat because he eats everything he sees and never walks.
Are you chunky? Or you like...
Not yet.
Not yet?
It'll happen.
Oh,
and I'll
from
tell you
being
when it
around all the
happens.
humanoids? I gotcha.
Yeah, but whenever about half the population of this planet's devoid and devoured, then he'll be fat.
Okay.
Okay. So as the Onyx comes rearing around this Dre, I go to slash him across the everything with my bone sword.
Your attack roll.
Yeah. I forget how rage works.
Oh, the rage mechanics?
I got it written down here. That's like my one
Okay.
thing. Advantage on first melee attack? Sure. Oh, that's if I do a reckless attack.
Yeah, go reckless.
Yeah, why not? I got 217, so it's fine.
Oh.
Which means...
Rage confirmed.
Yeah, okay. Just trying to figure this
That
thing
means
out.
attacks against you will have advantage as well.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'm fine with it.
That's the best part about it. Is you give some to get some.
Alright, so I got a...
5 plus 5.
Yeah, hold up. So I rolled a 23. I'm assuming that hits a Dre.
We already rolled a 17, right?
Oh, yeah.
You mean your total with
plus
bonuses? Alright.
And then...
Yeah, that hits. Also, your rage damage bonus is +2.
Yeah, so I deal 10 damage. I think.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Alright.
And then with my whole Ancestral Guardian thing...
So he raises up his... Would you have another thing to narrate?
Yeah, because I'm raging, the first thing that I hit, and this is
no more.
This is going to be the fun part.
We'll go ahead and boil it.
So I gotta actually find it now. I think it's page 11.
It's almost... I boiled it already, just needs...
It's page 10. Yeah.
And then
Okay.
if you want to take that over, and the 2 tea bags are ready to go, you just toss them in there. And once it boils, you can just do it.
So, the moment that I strike him, he'd be seeing a bunch of different spirits from those I've eaten.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be
Boil it.
they'd be hindering him, so he wouldn't be able to attack me as well.
Okay.
So until the start of my next turn, he has disadvantage on any attack roll that isn't against me. And when the target hits a creature other than me, that creature, Kale probably, or Celeste, yeah, him, Shaky Tooth, I'm gonna call him. He has resistance. That's about it.
Yeah, got it.
I don't leave that open because that is
We need
one
to make
weird
sure we're not
thing.
talking over that. I didn't realize it was going to be so loud.
It's fine. We'll figure it out.
It's going to be fine?
We'll just have to speak up.
Okay, so you charge in, blade drawn, and you strike at him, and he lifts up his spear to kind of poke at you, and he kind of sees this like vision of like your
My
you
foes.
devouring your father.
no!
And he kind of like reacts like this, and you just like slice into him, and just like cuts right through him, and it just like lets out this like blood curdling like.
I yell
like,
louder.
and it just like falls into the fog, and as you're like racing past.
All right. I yell louder than he could have.
Mm-hmm.
So what Shaky Tooth over here is hearing is this, me doing my primal scream of ah, and then he yells, and I go ah. It keeps on going louder and louder and louder and louder. It's just a scream off at this point.
Yes, except he's now fallen into the fog.
Yeah, he's dead or unconscious or whatever, fogged.
And then you can practically, other than him, like there's really like just some pillars and eggs. You can only see by the torchlight, and now you're raging. So it's kind of like your one opponent is now falling into the fog. You had seen the other one kind of like flee in the distance.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep
into the darkness.
Rushing. Yeah, I'm gonna keep rushing
All
forward.
Right,
man.
good luck. All right, and then we can go ahead and pour that. And let me mark him down.
I'm gonna start sniffing the air, looking for my next food. I'll come back to this one on the way back. He'll. What's it called? He'll ferment nicely.
Alright.
And the fog will keep the skin moist.
Moist. Alright. Okay, so you guys see the. We got some comment here.
Yeah, stand up.
Is there some comment about the scene?
It's not about the scene. It's just someone saying that we're doing pretty good, which is a very, very big compliment. Thank you very, very much for saying that. That couldn't mean more, honestly.
It could mean more. It could be sarcastic. It could be.
It might be sarcastic. It doesn't look sarcastic, though. If this is sarcasm, you're really good at it or really bad at it. One or the other.
Alright, so we're so sidetracked now. We're going to draw a plot twist card.
Okay,
Wonderful.
I drew From the Shadows.
That is the most
and
ideal
there's
card
like a
care
terrible. Okay. Alright, so while you're racing for it, so Kale, we were going to cut to you, but since we got so rudely interrupted by fate.
Interrupted by
yeah.
fate.
So as you're fleeing into the darkness, like something like grabs a hold of you and like pulls you after Einix Mount.
Is it a
I'm
ghost?
gonna
And so the last thing you see is like on the
Uh-huh.
edge of your like dark vision. It's beyond the torchlight. You just see this shadow like reach out and like
Is he
arms
still
like grabbing
screaming?
him.
Is he still like...
And like kind of like a slump,
sideways.
like,
Is he
and, like all
quiet?
the air rushes out of him
Yeah,
as he's thrown to the ground. And so we'll cut to you now.
Yeah.
You were gonna
Picture.
shoot your bow, I think you mentioned,
Uh-huh.
but the one target you could see was
Mhm.
slashed and fell to the ground into the fog, so it's obscured from vision. So right now you just have torchlight illuminating all like the pillars.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so for the moment it goes quiet after like this screaming. Both of the combatants go down, and so for a moment
Mm-hmm.
it goes still.
And then you hear, darn shadows!
From hearing all of this, and then it just goes completely silent. It's super eerie to me because I'm inside of like a dark cave. I have my friends
Not a
around
cave,
me.
a ruin. Specifically, not a cave.
I'm inside of a dark ruin, and everything just goes silent, and all I'm left is with like in my mind just nothing. And then I think that I just try to concentrate on where he was and shoot my arrow.
Concentrate where whom
In
was.
the direction of where he was, because I'm assuming the shadow's
shoot me
taking him
again.
over.
That's great.
Alright, roll a dice 100.
A dice
if he-
100?
If he rolls a 1 again, you're going to be insta-killed.
I don't like you.
If I roll another one, the chances that I rolled a 91.
Oh my god.
A 90.
You almost did it again.
If I could, if I would have rolled a 1.
You almost died. You could have played Tristani.
Does a 91 hit him? Does a 91 hit the...
No, that was just a chance for a critical failure.
I rolled a 91.
I think we would have even renamed our channel the Critical Fails or something like that. I don't know.
Shooting Grumble.
Wow.
I rolled a 90.
That was so close.
The 10th place.
Yeah, so your arrow goes flying off, and like you kind of listen, you can hear it like, ding dong, it, like careens off like some like stone masonry.
So
Stop shooting at things you can't
After
see!
you loose your arrow, the dray that he cut down, you see it kind of like
Put its
stand
spear.
up
But
on
this
his
is
like
after I
spear,
shoot. I would have
and-
shot at
and
him
it like
instead.
stands up and it's kind of leaning against a pillar, and it like looks back over its shoulder like, like at you and the other two, where the torches are.
Yeah.
And then it just starts like lurching off where the one that ran away from you. It starts further into the room.
So towards me.
Yes.
But I'm down. Right now.
You don't know this because you're in pitch black. It's, like you can't see anything. You just know you've been like rudely like I almost said manhandled. You've been halfling handled. And then
you've been half handled is what it is.
Anyway. So you're on the ground. So you've loosed an arrow. You still have your movement. So I don't know if you want to maneuver at all or.
Oh, me? Or
No,
him?
Kale.
Him. Okay.
Kale, we were still in the middle of your turn.
I'm going to move forward, closer to where I saw him fall, and as if I'm kind of chasing the Dre.
We should probably roleplay when you're at the table. Should we take a quick break to assemble the tea, or is it ready?
It's about ready.
All right, so say it one more time. What do you want to do?
I'd like to move forward.
Okay. And you had your tank on a leash. You're just gonna leave it there.
So I was riding on it through the cave, and then I'm just gonna leave it there.
You're in a ruin, not a cave.
Ruin.
And
I'm gonna have to.
And you're leading the kink behind you. At one point, you had been like kind of scraping the ceiling, like kind of like laying low on it. But going down the stairs, you had to lead it on foot. So
yeah, I'm gonna let go of my kink, and I'm gonna move forward toward the place that I saw him fall.
Okay.
And
There's also like pillars, like about 20 feet apart. There's a pillar on the way. You could just tie it off on a pillar.
Yeah.
And that way it stays there, and then you could run off.
So I loose an arrow, and then I tie it up, and then I
okay.
run off.
That'll end this round.
Right.
And we'll say Tristani and Lobu also tie off their kinks. They don't actually need torches, and I think the pillars have sconces, and so we'll say they leave their torches in the sconces where the kinks are. I have no idea if kinks can see in the dark. I'm gonna assume
They're
not.
big
I think
ants.
they detect like pheromones and stuff.
Yeah.
They rely on senses, not vision. But we'll say they leave their torches in the sconces. Because the three of you guys can see in the dark.
He can't see.
And he can't. So that's fine.
I can smell
Too
in
bad.
the dark.
It's too bad for you.
So we'll cut back to you. You're raging, so like your senses are already kind of like dulled from like your like rage, and you felt something grab onto you and like kind of like throw you to the ground.
All right.
And like the impact has knocked the wind out of you, but you're just like infuriated that this even happened to you, and you like fill your lungs full of air, and it like stokes the fire. And like, so your rage is like flaring in intensity, and what happens here?
So, how effective are my spirit guides at leading me through this dark situation?
Why don't you go ahead and describe where the spirit guides have come from?
All of them, every single one, I've eaten or are my ancestors.
I mean, how about mechanically? Where's the idea of spirit guides?
Mechanically.
Is it from the Xanathar's guide?
It's from the Xanathar's guide.
Yes.
I know
if
that.
you'll open it, and then I'll scan it real fast.
Yeah.
So, so while he's looking that up, Kale's character, he's running a playtest character called the Mystic class, and then in a recently published book, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, Xanathar is a famous beholder, like crime lord syndicate, kind of like a mob boss, only he's like a giant floating orb with tentacles, eyeballs, and magic. And in this book, the barbarians get extra things they can do, such as Path of the Ancestral Guardian.
And it's what I chose because I figured it would go well with the one moment.
To Nathan.
Yeah, with the concept of this world as a whole. Yeah. Okay. Also, that's gonna warp the mat if you put it on that.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
This is actually like a mechanical thing for Rage. Amazing. We're gonna really run with this. All right.
Yeah, that's what I've.
So
I realized,
the disadvantage
last
thing
time.
came from that, but we can also add a lot of roleplay fluff to this.
Yeah, exactly. So
and we'll say your ancestral guardians are like I'm thinking like the blue glowies from Star Wars. Only they're gonna be a different color.
The glowies.
Should we? You know, like
I just like the word glowies.
Yeah, I didn't make that up. I still
6.
Did you roll that 6?
Yeah.
You rolled a 6.
I rolled 6.
Okay, it's purple.
Purple. All right.
Or violet.
Yeah.
Should I explain some of my DMing style, or should I just leave it nebulous?
Nebulous. That's more.
Okay.
We'll leave that up to the viewers.
Right. So you roll a dice 6. That means violet in my random brain DM table thing.
He's got some very special styles. What kind of tea is this?
It's the same tea.
Okay, same tea.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
is...
gonna need some cream.
It's a English black tea.
English black tea, okay.
Generally consumed with cream and sugar, but...
I like my tea the same way I like my coffee. I usually don't. But here, it's okay.
How dare you say that on a
No, but I do love
Dragons
tea.
and tea podcast. Like
I
it
do
is-
love tea.
It's virtually part of our title.
But I don't own any tea. So I usually don't.
Back to the D&D portion. Since
Yeah,
he doesn't want to be part
This
of
is
the tea
this is
portion.
important.
Okay.
So
yes.
he has his ancestral garden. So we decided that the color of like the ghostly things, like when people perceive them, or in this case the Dre perceive them, they're going to perceive your ancestors who are halfling, but they're going to be halflings who have been like who've died.
Yeah.
So they're going to be kind of like the dead. Usually your father will figure prominently, but you'll have like some distant cousins and those sorts of things.
Yeah.
And we'll say that they have most of your halfling tribes people probably died violent deaths.
Yeah, most of
So
them.
they're seeing them after their violent deaths, like in the moment of their like transference into the afterlife.
So like
That's how they've been frozen in time.
So
And
like
so
an
there's,
axe cut through their
missing-
head
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff
all
like
that kind of
that.
stuff.
And my father, I lost him at a really young age. He was smaller than most halflings. And it was hard to remember where I put him last. That's just really important information.
And your name is Huth, correct?
Huth, yes.
And what was your father's name? You were Huth, son of...
Ethan.
You put me on the spot.
What did Ethan say?
What did Ethan say? Give me some time to think.
We have a viewer was saying that please make something traumatic happen to Lobu since he wasn't here, and then Ethan commented and said I'm here. So,
All right. So we do have plot twist cards. I drew Lucky Day. Ethan, it's your lucky day.
You don't get traumatic.
You avoid instantly dying.
Oh, by the way, that was actual complete luck. The deck is flipped upside down.
Uh-huh.
So we
One of the
didn't just
options
pick it
on here
out.
says you find a potion lying in the street. However, when you went to hang up your torch in the sconce before chasing after your downed barbarian friend, that the sconce actually, you couldn't stick the torch in it because there was like an object. So you pull the object out, stick the torch in, and you realize
It's a
that
snake.
you've found a dagger.
Oh, it's a dagger. There you go. That's
Find a
nice.
dagger for your
I think you're up to like 14.
Somewhere
yeah, 14, I
100.
believe. I think.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm Huth, son of Jank.
Okay, you should put that in your description on the back or whatever.
Son of
Yeah.
Jane.
Do you have a roleplay sheet
Yeah,
or no?
yeah.
I actually don't. I always have a... What is wrong with me?
What kind of roleplayer are you? You have a roleplay sheet?
I always...
probably
I
have
was the first person to
30
have
roleplay
one
sheets.
back in
All
back
right,
with
so go
Koreans.
ahead and we'll say that you are. Yeah. Okay. So like where I left it, you were thrown to the ground. You've refilled the breath in your lungs, and you're like, what do you do?
I sniff the air looking for some... Whatever hurt me, but, my dulled senses aren't going to help. I don't really know what I should do with that. And then I stand up immediately and do like a blade twirl, if that makes sense, with my bone sword. Just going in every direction imaginable, striking at everything in this wild frenzy of every possible.
Do I see this happening? Do I just see what you have an axe, right?
No, bone blade.
Not yet.
Bone longsword.
Oh, well, I wasn't
This
sure
is
if I
happening
see
while
that.
you were tying up your.
Oh darn! I just wish that I saw like a flailing bone sword.
Do
Just
you even
kind of-
stand up or you just flying on the ground?
It starts out with me flailing on the ground.
Okay.
I pause for a second
Oh, wait.
to stand up.
There's
and
fog
just
in here. We
twirl
can't even
and do
see
that.
you on
That's
the
what I'm
ground.
saying. That's why when he got thrown off to the ground, it was just like the Dre.
Yeah. So I'm striking at everything except I know where my Einix is because I have this connection to my son.
Except that you don't, but sure.
Yeah.
Roll a d100. Don't roll an at one or it
No.
dies.
No, I know that's where I was last, this direction. Because even in a rage, I'm still a well-trained fighter. I still have
Yeah,
that
we'll
kind of
say you're probably
intuition.
completely clueless. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
He
on.
rolled
I
a
have-
3 plus 5.
Do I have? No, that's not. That's reckless. Hold up. Give me a second.
I mean,
You're
figure
gonna
this out.
miss. So,
Does he
Yeah.
use
Okay.
Einix?
I get an 8.
I mean, you can burn your inspiration at this point. I'm not sure if I would suggest that.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I don't know.
The DM has mercy. He tells him
But,
not to do that.
But if you're feeling inspired and you want to reroll,
No, but I have a general idea of which direction my Onyx is.
so you feel your blade kind of like clanging off like the ground and not like striking into any other like. It's kind of like glancing. Like I'm thinking you're like flank, so it's kind of like glancing off the ground, but you don't strike any targets. And so you're like kind of like. You end up like on your feet, and you kind of like when you turn around and start moving towards him, you can see he kind of struggles around, and he's just kind of like whipping his sword.
Darn shadows!
Yeah. All right.
My turn. Do I see what attacked him?
No. There is kind of like a pillar nearby. The Dre is kind of like blocking your vision of him now because the Dre is actually fleeing past him.
Do I hit him on his way back? Way through?
He's not within melee range yet. We'll say he's like 10 or 15 feet. He's running towards you though. So we'll say when you're fleeing around, you now can see in the distance the torchlight. The torchlight's not really illuminating where you're at. You're still in the darkness.
But I can see something.
But he's running. He's between the torchlight and you, so you can see his silhouette. So you can see this black silhouette running towards you, and it's. Actually, he doesn't even have a spear. I think he dropped that when
yeah,
you struck
I'm
him down.
immediately like just jumping and flailing in his
We'll
direction.
get to that next round,
Right.
so we'll give the others a chance.
Is there a way that I could do a non-lethal psionic attack? Could I be non-lethal?
I think non-lethal is mainly just melee weapons.
It's just melee weapons? Okay.
What kind of psionic attack are you thinking?
I was wanting to do Psychic Hammer on him, which is just like it moves him. He has to make a strength check, or it hurts him and moves him 10 feet in a direction of my choosing. I just kind of want to interrogate him instead of kill him.
Look at your Psychic Hammer description and see what kind of damage it deals.
It does force damage. Yeah. 120 feet, handcrafted from telekinetic energy. Target must succeed on a strength saving throw. Take 1d6 force damage. And if it's large or small, move it 10 feet in a straight line.
If it's what? See that last
If
bit?
if it's large or smaller, it moves 10 feet in a straight line of my choosing. Basically, like I hit it from a certain direction.
Okay. We'll go ahead and make the attack roll.
He has to make a strength save against my DC, which is 14.
So it's crooked. He failed.
He takes 6 damage.
Which way are you wanting to send him? Further away from you, or where's the hammer strike?
Is he near a wall by chance? Could I just throw
I think there's
him
a
into a
pillar.
wall?
There's not a wall nearby. There was a pillar. I mentioned there's a pillar nearby, so that would be the closest vertical surface.
Is it within 10 feet of him?
Sure. Yeah, something like the.
Can I just slam him into
slam
the
into the
pillar? Yeah.
Right. So he just goes, oof. And he just kind of slow slides down, and he just kind of settles in the fog, and is a little to the side. And all you see is his head above the fog. The fog's kind of just. But the rest of his body's just slumped, and he's totally out of it. You're not sure if he's dead or unconscious.
After I do that, I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna say, "You can kill him later, not yet."
Well, there's a primal hiss in response.
You're raging, so all you hear is rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, and all you hear is rah, 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 hiss.
But in a much less manly sounding way than what he did, because I'm a very proper person. Not that proper people don't sound manly, but I'm gonna go and stop here. Yes. I say don't do that, and that's what you hear.
Stop while you're ahead.
I guess. So, who's up next?
Who's on first?
What's on
Alright,
second?
third base.
Okay, Nathan.
Alright.
That's the level of humor we've stooped to.
Man. Well, anyways. So on the knocking out, it's a melee attack. So,
No.
instead of having him die outright, I'll let him make death saving throws. So
You
he
know
might
what?
stabilize.
That works.
Because that's a good compromise. So we won't kill him outright as a scrub. He'll actually get death saving throws like a copper and
He rolls a nat 20, gets up, and starts attacking again.
And since he also, it's impossible to get death saving throws unless one has a heroic name. So, so he's now named.
It has to be a heroic name
It
specifically.
has to be the Great after it. It has to be something the Great.
No.
Oh, come on.
It's actually Gib.
Gib the Great?
Gib is that hits too close to home.
That's
Gib-
exactly what I was going for.
Gib the Grand.
His name is. He kind of and when he's sliding down, you actually with
Hang
your
on.
sharp
Should we
ears.
ask the viewers and see what they think it should be?
I've already named him.
Oh.
Is there already a name on there? If there is, we'll go with that.
No. Not
Okay,
yet.
it's Dazron.
Yeah, you guys
Dazron.
missed a chance.
He just says Dazron when he gets. He's like, oh. Dazron, die. And he like slumps down.
Dazron the Dying? Is that his name?
So Dazron speaks in the third person.
And with his almost dying breath, he's earned himself favor in the eyes of the gods who don't exist. Well, that didn't work.
All right, this is
his name's
train.
Dazron. He gets death saves.
This is a Dazron wreck. A train wreck. That was.
Yeah, no, I got it.
No, that was not a. That was a stretch.
At least I can raise his hit points. Yeah.
Continuing.
All right. So he gets slammed in the thing. You were charging towards him, weren't you?
Yeah, I was leaping and slashing. And
Yeah. So while you're slashing, he gets you see this impact. It throws him into the pillar off on your right hand side, and he's just laying there dazed, and you can see his head right above the fog while you're slashing around.
Immediately, I just kind of drop my bone blade and jump. But it's not my turn, is it?
Sure it is.
All right, sweet.
The others are tying up their kinks and getting their weapons ready and running after him, but you just kind of did all that with your mind power. The others are still assembling their regular weapons like a normal person.
I just put my fingers to my head and just stared intently at him.
And so you're dropping your weapon. I mean, you're raging, so you're thinking to drop your weapon.
Yes, I'm dropping my
into
weapon.
the fog. Got it.
Jumping at him. And just gonna sink my teeth into whatever neck I can find.
Oh yeah, you just kind of lift up his muzzle and just
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I gotta give him a warrior's death.
All right, so you draw blood.
Hopefully.
Okay, so taking a wound is an automatic double fail on the death save, so he's got 2 failures
Wait.
And then we'll
Someone's
roll.
gonna have to stop me.
We should open roll this.
I said don't do it.
Yeah, I'm raging.
That's a 17.
17.
He passed.
He's got 1 save and 2 fails.
Here's your
dice
dice
back.
back.
That's the Dazron dice.
This is his dice? Okay.
Yeah, so he's got 2 fails and 1 save.
Is it my turn then?
No, because the creature that you hadn't discovered re-emerges behind you while you're enjoying your meal prematurely. This is what you get for ninja looting, even if it's blood.
Okay.
It's not blood, it's meat.
So you guys are racing forward now, and you see this hideous monstrosity step out, and it's not a Dre. And you're you smell while you're starting to feast on your almost slain enemy. You get this smell of fire, campfire, like you're enjoying a barbecue sort of thing. I don't know if you have barbecues where you come from.
No, we call them Barbies.
It's it almost tastes like your foe had been barbecued, but it's actually it's probably going to be you in a moment. So it's approaching behind you, and you see this creature approach. In fact, I wonder if I should. Where's my monster manual?
Hey Zach, are you a willing creature?
What do you mean willing?
Are you a willing creature?
He's raging, so he's unable to be willing.
So he's not a willing creature. No. Never mind. I can't teleport you places that I want to teleport you. Okay. Never mind. I can swap spots with you.
I got spirits all around me. That only I can see. I'm not
only
crazy.
You can see.
I'm not crazy.
I think you are actually a good definition of crazy.
No.
If there wasn't a definition of crazy, you'd be assigned.
Look, I'm just hungry.
Crazy.
People are different when they're hungry. We're not even having this conversation. I'm biting into a Dre's neck.
Then Ida, we're not sponsored by Snickers bar. You're not you when you're hungry. Okay. So
it's a really large.
Does it have a color that I can see?
No, it's
because I'm looking in that direction.
I mean, there's fog and stuff. You just see the shadow of a thing. Now you can actually see it has these wings that are kind of folded, and they're kind of flaring and stuff. When it strikes, it shoots forward with its claws and strikes him while his back is turned. I think your reckless attack, you hadn't used that the previous round, had you?
No.
So it won't get advantage against you.
So this thing is a terrifying monstrosity beast amalgamation of what we don't know.
Yeah, you almost feel like you can see through it.
Oh, that's even worse.
But because you're hitting the meal, when it strikes down at you, it buries its claws since you're holding up the muzzle
into your back and you die.
No, into the head of your victim, which inflicts another 2 fails.
Nathan, you're doing this on purpose.
It's the narrative.
It's the narrative.
He
had a chance and the gods took it.
You just know when the DM does not want you to interrogate a character and find out more information. I feel like that. Did you get a nat 20?
No.
Oh, it was another
It was
fail?
a 2.
Oh, okay.
Alas, Dazron, we barely knew you. And we would have only known him from your like torture techniques anyway. So we saved him from
I was
the
gonna
face.
feed him. I was gonna feed Dazron
And I was
after
gonna
we got what
feast
we
on
wanted.
him.
Okay.
Alright. So you've been knocked off your feet by the blow.
So this thing just now just stuck its entire hand through the head of the Dre, or what looks like a hand. Is that accurate?
Ooh.
Huh?
Ooh.
Oh, we don't even get to see. We don't even get to see it. Do we get to see it?
No.
No. Well,
I don't
why
have
not?
a
I don't know
live
if this is
camera.
gonna work.
Yeah.
It should. Here, we
I
can
think so. I'm just gonna hold it here. I've got
Here.
a slight delay.
scoot over for a second.
Oh, that's good. Oh, we just lost part of my pages.
That's all right.
Yep, you can see it. That's the.
So you're gonna be seeing that for.
That's the beast thing.
Ooh, that is. Yeah.
Oh, you can still see it.
Yeah, we can still see it. Let's
Yeah.
not.
So
let's
you
not
kinda,
take a
like-
look at it.
Yeah, what page do we have here? Our monster manual is well loved by a 4th grader.
And well worn as well by the same 4th grader. So
Yeah.
I think weren't we gonna incorporate like sanity checks in this game? I believe.
Yeah, I haven't called for any though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this thing terrifying looking?
So, I mean,
it's
I
like a winged creature that just like slew your opponent.
So I just got like knocked off my feet and.
Yeah, you're back
Further.
down like knocked back down into the fog,
Mm-hmm.
and
Would you say that's like a sobering kind of hit, or just?
no, I think you're still in like a barbarian range for
Yeah.
sure.
So it's only fueled me further.
I think you can. Yeah, probably. You can end your rage. I think, but I can't see why you would.
Yeah.
You have to have attacked, and yeah, I think it's like if you don't do something, then it goes away, but it doesn't matter a whole lot.
So
What's going on?
after it strikes him down, he disappears from view in the fog with his victim, and the other creature kind of like spins around and it's like, will it go behind the pillar? Where did it go?
So wait, did I disappear into the fog with my victim?
Yes, you're practically invisible.
All right. Do I know?
Practically invisible.
Do
For
I
all
like
intents and purposes, you're visible.
Do I know where my victim is?
Yeah. Oh, you still have your arms around its like
Darn.
head and stuff.
That was going to be a great.
I
plot
think your
point.
hands are bruised from the blow, but you haven't taken any damage.
Yeah. All right. And who's what turn is this on?
So it's struck at you, hit the victim,
And
Who died.
evaded.
and then you're down. I think you got knocked down, so we'll kind of let them go.
Okay. I believe that I'm going to change my psychic focus to psychic assault, which basically gets +2 damage with psychic damage.
So this is something you can change on the fly.
Yeah, it takes a bonus action to change it. It's just like a bonus effect that I can get. Some of them work
So
kind
what
of
are you
like
changing
cantrips.
it from, and what are you changing it to?
I'm changing it from what I had last time was pneumatic arrow, which means I don't get disadvantage on shooting my bow, and now it's I get +2 to damage rolls with psychic attacks. And I'm also going to spend 3 side points for Ego Whip as an action. Is the guy within 60 feet of me? I'm sorry. The
There's
demon.
no enemies visible.
I can't see the shadow demon. I thought I could see
What shadow demon?
the
Oh,
shadow.
are you metagaming the name?
No, I'm not metagaming the name. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I can't see the shadowy
No,
figure
remember I
that's
said
somewhat
that he went
transparent.
out from view, and it seemed to disappear as well. You couldn't tell if it went behind the pillar or not.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't currently see...
Whoops. I'm still gonna change it. I'm just getting really, really like aggravated in my mind, and like rage is just burning through me.
I
Oh,
think
now
that's his
you
rage.
have rage?
Oh,
Or were you channeling his mental rage?
I kind of tapped into his mind,
Maybe-
and like
maybe
my
one
head
of my
was like,
spirits
"What's
is-
going on?"
So you
And
reached
then-
out, and you have touched
It
his
cra-
mind
Yeah.
spark and realized he's not dead yet.
And you hear my father in the back of your head
And
going.
then, and then I
you can't talk right now. He's
Yeah.
his father speaking to you.
Oh, I'm
you
sorry.
hear my father and
Okay.
goes, young. Was it Shaky Tooth?
young Padawan.
No, I think it's Shaky Tooth. I had it nailed the first.
Young Shaky Tooth. You need to destroy this beast with your mind.
Can I start like pushing this out of my head, please?
Yeah. So then he with his mind power,
Wait,
he cuts you
no,
off.
please. I haven't had conversation in 17 years.
17 years. Wait a second. Wait a second. But I wanted to know more after that. I think I reopened the connection.
No, that's not possible because you metagamed.
Oh.
He actually
No, I did not.
he declined your Skype call.
I believe I'm going to move 30 feet and see if I can see him or the unknown, transparent, somewhat transparent winged creature.
Yeah, so you're like searching out, seeking, you're checking all the social media, you've been totally ghosted.
Okay, well, within 30 feet, can I see them at all?
So you're gonna like be racing forward then?
I'm going to move forward 30 feet, and if I can't see them, I'm going to dash another 30 feet.
Okay, so we'll say you're approaching like really close to the pillar, like maybe you're passing one pillar, the next pillar is the one he's beyond. So they're like, like 20, 25 feet
Can
away.
I see them now?
Well, it depends if you have gotten up from like where you've collapsed in the fog.
Let me give a roll from my mind state. Yeah, no, he's crawling.
Okay, and so what are you doing as far? Because last we saw you, you were like clutching onto your dead enemy that you were feasting on.
After taking like a grievous amount of bite out of the neck, he kind of like finished off his prey. And he's going to leave it there to moisten and what was it? What was the word?
It wasn't moisten.
Well, no, I mean it's moistening by the fog. But what am I thinking of? Fermenting.
Fermenting, okay.
Yeah.
And the fog isn't like a natural, like a dew-laden fog of the morning.
Well, yeah,
it's like a mystical fog. Yeah, you're raging.
Yeah,
so.
he's used to forests. He's just like, okay, there's clouds on my feet. That's water.
You're just gonna leave it.
Yeah, he's gonna leave it there to just kind of exist, and he's gonna crawl in the general direction where he came from, which could be literally any direction at this
Okay, roll
point.
a dice 8.
Uh,
So a 4 is back the way you came. Okay, so you chose the correct direction. So I have a method for random direction selection, which is not unlike my random color selection. It's just direction I use a dice 8, and color I use a dice 6.
Yeah, and random name generation too.
Well, yeah, we may describe these in a future video.
Yeah, we'll have one whole stream for 3 hours dedicated to it. It's honestly
just a
great.
tutorial on how to do this, and then give like 10 examples per each.
All right, so you're crawling back, and
in a very prime. Now I'm just like complete rage. Like,
well,
there's
you can't
no,
see him, but you can feel he's like crawling towards you.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's no hut left.
Do I see anything else at all?
Oh, you have dark vision, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Let's see. So let's track the Dre. We'll say that you can now see 2 Dre off, and now that you've raced ahead, you can now see, and also behind you, the other 2 are running up after you, and you can hear them like notching arrows.
Okay.
So you see 2 Dre ahead of you, one with a spear, which you recognize as the one that you got to run off, and then
not the
and
one
the other
that
one
was killed.
The other one is kind of like leaning on like this like gnarled staff.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like some like skull from like some sort of like insect creature on it. So before we go on any further, do we have an update from the stream?
Nothing really. No, we do not. Not yet. No one's really saying anything right now. I was actually gonna ask. I think I'm gonna actively look for this thing, this creature that I saw. For my turn, can I try to like mentally focus again and try to get?
Yeah. So you feel an oppressive presence, and when you like reach out to touch it, it's like your mind touch gets like seared in a fire. Like you stuck your hand in like you picked like a log out of fire, and like, it's like searing your like brain.
Do I know what direction
like,
this is coming from?
It's coming from like on the opposite side of him. It's like where you saw it last, but you can't actually like physically.
So
see
my
it.
eyes are.
But like when you reach out, you like feel it, and it like sears your brain, and you like have to pull back.
You mean mentally reach out, like with my?
Yeah.
Okay,
obviously mentally. Yeah.
Well, of course, I close my eyes for a long perception
you can give me a
checks.
perception check though.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
I rolled for a.
Nat 1 + 4.
Yeah, so you rolled a nat 1.
So
5.
5.
So the pain from like reaching out to touch it,
Do I
like
actually take damage
you
for it?
actually like physically close.
I think
your
I'd
eyes.
probably on a nat 1 would I take damage for it?
I'm gonna also interject here. Like at the moment that you kind of like start pulling out here.
Oh no!
Oh, perfect.
Earworm.
The moment that you start mentally pulling out of this searing pain,
Uh-huh.
you also feel like kind of a nibble at your feet, and then a grumbling. No, that's not the right one.
So you can't get that feeling out of your head, is what earworm does. So like you've been scarred by this like you just can't like you now like in your mind touch you now have like images of like fire.
Does that help me better reload?
No, it's like distracting. You know, like, and it's not positive, it's negative.
Well,
Like,
I think since I'm kind of dazed from this, I'm just going to keep moving forward, probably
It's
past the
stressful.
halfling.
So
actually.
I think until you make a will save, we'll set the dice. Not this turn. It'll be your next turn. We'll set the DC at 15 on a will save to like force this out of your mind. Otherwise, you have disadvantage.
I think I'm kind of dazed though, and I'm going to be moving forward toward like past him, like from this, because it was just
So you're
such a,
kind of like going forward.
Yeah. I don't realize I'm walking forward, but I am. So I think I move past him and I keep on walking like into the darkness in a sense. You know what I mean?
The Dre in the distance that's leaning on its staff stretches its hands forth and sends like 3 like things at you.
Magic missile.
21.
That hits. Wait, can I take reactions while I'm dazed?
Oh.
So
4,
add-
4, 1. So 9
Plus
plus
3.
3. 12.
12 hit points.
12 damage. Okay. Can I take a reaction in this dazed state that I'm in? Is that a possibility?
Give me a will save.
Okay.
If
What was
you
it?
succeed, then yes.
What was shooting this at him?
19.
There was 2 Dre in the distance.
19
those guys.
plus
And
2.
one had the spear and one had like a staff with like some kind of skull on it.
So 19 plus 2.
Okay, yeah, you save.
I assume that hits. Give me one. I mean, that succeeds. Hang on a second. I have a thing that I can do to where I avoid taking damage 1 time per day.
I don't know. I think since you're distracted, I don't think your other presence of mind is stopped.
No? Okay, so no reaction, but I did save once I got hit.
Yeah, so we'll say the force of that plus your will save snaps you out of the fire, but you've been like blasted with like
12
pain.
damage, yeah. So I'm now down to 7 hit points. I was at full.
Alright.
Alrighty.
And the other Dre is with a spear. The one that
Uh-huh.
you originally tricked is now charging forward. So we'll say he's half the distance between you, like maybe 30, 40 feet away.
Okay.
So
And you've been crawling.
yeah,
But we have our DM NPCs. Let's get them in on the action.
yeah, that probably helped.
They'll both shoot their bows at the charging Dre.
Wow, great action.
I think we're gonna lose this.
7 and a 16.
Alright, so one misses and one hits. Alright, and so one of them sticks an arrow into it, and the other one goes wide. So. Alright, so he's got an arrow sticking out of his torso now, but it's kind of like, you can kind of hear it like scream. Now that you're like kind of snapping out of it, you can hear it like screeching as it's charging, and you can hear like the arrows like flying from your companions, and you hear one of them like strike home and so on. So like that's how you like snap
Do I
out
see
of
it fall down?
No, it's still kind of moving
Oh,
forward.
okay. Oh, wait, hang on.
Yeah, it's just kind of like
Hang
sticking
on.
in it.
This thing just now casted magic. Did anything happen
There's
around?
2 Dre. There's
Yeah,
the one with the
yes.
spear
Did
charging.
it, like, suck life away from things around it?
You can't tell. You like barely had
Okay,
any
yeah.
consciousness.
Okay, sure.
Maybe if you'd been fully aware, you would have noticed.
Okay.
All right.
And all right, so now we'll cut back to you.
So this magic, whatever this spell is called, because I have no idea, it gave off light, correct? Some sort of sensory information.
Yeah, we'll say it was kind of like
They were,
a
like
like a whitish like red.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right. So I'm gonna, Huth immediately.
So you saw these things go,
Yeah,
and
kind of
they
seeing
just
the
slammed
light.
into him.
Every single one of them hit home.
Yes.
Going to start rushing in the direction of their origin.
All right.
Like
so you
on-
get up and you start like running.
No, he's doing like the.
Oh,
What is it like?
like
the,
Gollum.
Yeah, like that.
Oh man, so
Yeah.
you're kind of like galloping through. You're just kind
exactly.
of coming out of the fog and
Now-
disappearing as all you're doing that.
Exactly. Now, what are the chances that I happen to perfectly land on my mount, Hubert the Inex?
So roll a dice 100 on a 10 or less.
Was that a subtle
Sorry,
name
on
drop?
a 90 or higher, you land on it.
Was that a
65.
subtle name drop that I heard
It
there?
was like last session.
Oh. Never
It was
mind.
like Hubert or something, right?
Hold on, do I have an inspiration?
Good job, Nathan.
I
don't
do
think
have
it
an
does.
inspiration. You want to do that to reroll your D100?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's try it.
We're
Interesting.
making up D100 rolls here.
You
100.
rolled a
You rolled a
one.
nat 1.
You rolled a nat
Oh,
one.
that's how that works.
Well, advantage, I guess. That's kind of sad. I wish you would
Alright,
take
since
the
you-
nat one, Zach. Just
So,
take the nat
in your
one.
inspiration, as you're cresting up, you see your Inex, and the metagame Shadow Demon grabs the Onyx in the air and just tears it in half.
Oh my god!
And it has like one in each hand. It's kind of like glorying in your pain,
All
and you can kind of almost like feel it, like laughing as it like kind of like seems like it's like inside your head, and so like you're in such a rage of fury now. Well, I'm gonna let you go ahead and take.
Oh
another
yeah, no,
action.
that's like that is the greatest insult. You don't tear apart a man's Onyx without raising your hand in class first and asking for a hall pass.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh man, you got school into this.
What's that?
Oh, I'm not even getting paid. Do you have Onyx written down on your character sheet anywhere? Or?
Yeah, right here. Hubert. I named him. I
Better
even have the
erase
egg.
him.
I can't do this.
Nathan. Here,
This
I'll do it for you,
is
friend.
no.
No,
This is
it's
what I
emotional.
gotta do.
It's an emotional
It's-
moment for you.
Sorry, I just got caught up in the narrative again.
In fact, I think he's raging so hard that he doesn't even notice it.
No, I noticed.
I
You
don't
notice
think
it?
any rage can.
Oh,
yeah,
what's the card?
There is no amount of rage that could stop
And
this.
since something dramatic happened,
I drew a card. Rebellious youth, no cell can hold you.
Yeah,
no
no.
cell can hold you.
So, like, there's this. You would feel it because you're this mind guy.
I guess I'm tapped
It's
into your
just-
mind. I tried to get back, I never got an answer back. but
Basically, as soon
you could always call out to me.
Yeah, as soon as you kind of like try to tap back in, you would feel this explosion of soul energy as my entire.
I just die on impact of listening to this in my head.
There's just aeons and aeons of various different angry halfling warriors running through my head as I stare at this demon who's torn apart my best friend, my son, my Onyx. And I'm gonna just.
It was a baby Onyx
Well,
at that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even then though,
He was so young.
I do have a critique though. I'm pretty sure that your aeons of halflings is just the same person over and over because your mind isn't that expansive.
No, it's
So
like
it's just like your dad and different people that you've known, but tons of the same.
It's
person.
dad, my uncle, my uncle's uncle. Nah, it's it's basically all the halfling warriors of great legend that have come to me in my time of absolute and just amazing amounts of anger, and I'm immediately just going to rush at this demon thing, jump, and like
I noticed with your hands, there's nothing in them.
yeah.
So
I'm trying to.
you're dual wielding barbarian fists.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I'm
One
gonna,
damage
like,
apiece.
latch on, so I'm gonna grapple it. I'm gonna latch on to its like its shoulder neck area.
Well, it's also got wings
Clavicles.
sprouting from it. You might as well metagame some more. Yeah.
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 So basically, like it's
Specific
clavicle neck area. I'm latching on and just gonna start biting its face.
Oh, you want to bite the face of the demon?
I'm gonna try and eat the demon.
Right. Okay. So you're gonna like. You can actually. So are you biting, or are you using your hands for attacking as well?
I'm biting, and I mean I don't know if it would count as an attack, but I'm like really squeezing hard.
Alright, so give me a strength check, not a save, but an actual strength. Just use your strength modifier with this,
Yeah.
and then and we'll see if you can actually grapple him successfully.
I do have advantage because I'm raging, so that's 14 or 9.
And okay, so you're grappling him successfully.
Oh my god.
So go ahead and make your attack roll now.
All right.
This is a bite attack, right?
Yeah. Which.
Oh, you can get your
16
barbarian
plus
rage on
5
this.
and 20.
So
Yeah.
roll.
You should do a reckless attack. You're reckless.
So your
attacking.
teeth filed or not?
Oh yeah, this is like they're pointed. It's sharp.
All right,
It's
so instead of a
very
dice
dangerous
4,
looking.
we'll do a dice 6 on this.
Nice. I'm gonna actually write that down. Just so we have that for
Sharp
later.
Barbarian. It's barbarian bite.
Let me guess. It's also a magical attack just because it's that awesome. Spirit Guardians, just
No, so 1d6.
plus 5.
You
did as much damage with that as you did with your long sword. You might as well just bite people.
So, like,
So
yeah, 10
in your
damage.
mind, you can see the purple glowies of all your ancestors, and everyone's taking a bite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a family.
What was your damage total?
10.
All right, so you do 5 damage to it.
Is there a visual attack to this?
Okay.
Is there like a visual effect that we can see? Like, can we see like tons of
I
halflings?
think he sees it, and I think the victim sees it. So if he ever bites you, you'll see them.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I kind of transmit.
You get
my
this like
spirits.
mental jumbled confusion. Like you can kind of get hints of their memory, but it's very faint. But you know that like.
Am I
something-
seeing my potential fate someday? Just like in his head, like him eating me?
Yeah, if you keep metagaming, you will for sure.
And as this is happening, you're also hearing just the clamping of like 100 halfling jaws.
All right. I'm gonna give it a will save.
Sweet.
To see if it goes insane.
Plus modifier. So yeah. So it's got a 20 on save. So it's clearly seen more vicious things than like a halfling would. Even though they're dead.
Man.
No.
Okay.
Does it say that out
also
loud? Does it say that? I've seen more vicious things.
No, it can't really say that because I'm biting on its face.
It's screaming out something
No.
like it's like speaking right here like. Which you have like no idea what it's saying, and it's kind of like it's like trying to like grasp. You feel like these like searing hot hands like burning into your flesh as it tries to remove you. Go ahead and roll a strength as well to.
Nat 20.
Oh man, yeah. We'll say. So, do you want to describe what you do when you're on it? You can actually manhandle it.
Yeah, like I'm. Man, I didn't think I'd get this
Are you
far.
tearing its wings off?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh, man.
Like I'm
All right.
pulling.
Oh my
holding.
God.
It's
That's
Grasp, and then it's almost like you're grasping at shadows, and then it solidifies, and you feel like tendons, and you're just like.
Yeah.
And you just.
Oh, did he
you
break
just, like,
them off?
Yeah, the wings are just snapped off, and the whole thing just like kind of like drops down into the fog.
Yeah. I killed a demon.
Wait, does he still have the wings in his hands?
Yeah, you have like your dual wielding wings.
Sweet.
Oh my god. Dude, you
Oh.
just now went into a ruin?
If we metagame the picture, there's like little like barbs on the wings.
Hang on, real quick. Our cannibalistic person just now ripped wings off of a fallen foe and he's not taking a bite out of them?
Well, it's because I'm falling right
There's
now.
no
It's pretty
there's
tall.
no blood oozing out of it.
Yeah, but he might still, like...
No, I'm still gonna try and.
It might be
I'm gonna
crunchy.
eat it, but I'm falling right now. It's pretty tall, and I just made it.
Just like whenever you're really hungry, you might gnaw on your bone sword.
But because you're now grasping the wings, the actual demon itself is no longer being grappled, and it's also fallen into the fog.
Yeah,
Also, it's made out of shadow.
it could help.
Yeah. Okay. So you have this kind of like tenuous grip on the wings.
So what I'm
And
trying to do.
You can
here,
feel it like writhing underneath you as you like kind of like land and like trying to regain your feet.
Yeah. So what I am trying to do here is show it exactly the pain it's caused my Onyx. That's the mental.
Right, what? Do you
mental
like break
state
its wings in half again? Like a couple more?
No,
You rip them in half. Yeah.
Wishbone.
All right. So let's give the other players
Yeah.
a chance here.
Yeah, they're
Has
players.
Ethan piped up on anything? I know he's got a dagger. For
No,
that,
yeah,
so he's
Ethan.
satisfied.
All
right.
Go.
So they're both loosing arrows. The other Dre has got into like melee range, and he's seen the sight, and he's kind of like held up just long enough for them both to shoot another arrow apiece. Oh man, yeah, I think this guy's toast. They both hit. Yeah, all right. So he takes 2 more arrows. So he's got 3 arrows, pincushion, and he just kind of like grabs at him and falls over dead into the fog. Like, he had no chance. And we also had the other Dre in the background. Go ahead and say what you have to say.
For the other Dre, I'm gonna draw my bow, and I'm gonna go whip-de-doodle-up, and I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna shoot my bow at him. I'm also gonna change my psychic focus with my bonus action to make it where I can't get disadvantage on the shot.
What do you do up?
Is he 320 feet out
wait.
further?
So you're doing a bonus action to switch it up again?
Yes, to change it one more time. From the damage with psychic attacks to just do, to basically my bow just doesn't get disadvantage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot
Go
at
ahead and give me an
him.
attack roll.
Alrighty. That's gonna be a 13. Does a 13 hit him?
That's after your modifier?
That is after my modifier.
Alright, so the arrow is like, even with your like psychic power, it strikes true, and it almost like hits like the air and like deflects off.
Oh wait, can I use my psychic powers to make it turn around? I actually have a thing that does that. It's like seeking arrow. I have to spend points for it though.
If you
But I
want to spend
can.
points.
Oh wait, never mind. That's my bonus action. I can't do that. I think about it.
So you've
and
already
I
used your bonus action.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
So I
So
think
it's
about
almost
it.
like magically deflected off of him.
Just do that.
Alright.
It's balancing, is what it is. Alrighty.
Okay. So then he also gestures
spear?
and sends 3 more arcs of light.
Oh my god. Okay, no.
Yeah. So 1 hit goes to you, and then 1 goes to each of the other.
Oh really?
bow.
He doesn't shoot them all at me?
No.
Oh cool.
No, because now the other they've just taken down his other guy.
Oh,
So
yeah,
he
that's
shoots
right.
both of them, and he turns to flee. And
Sure. D-force.
Yeah. So they hit.
So I'll take
So-
the first one. Okay, so
I had this one as yours. You take 2 damage.
2 damage.
And they take, well, it doesn't matter, so they're not here.
Just
Yeah, so
they have
even if you
character
keep not
armor.
showing up, none of the damage applies.
They have character armor.
We're talking protagonist.
They
right
have
now.
narrative protection, unlike the Annex. Alright. So you feel this thing like wriggle out from underneath you while are you trying to stand up or are you gonna stay down?
No, I'm gonna try and like force my way down. Like I do drop the wings.
Oh, you drop the wings?
But like only I drop them in a way that they're gonna be like still above the fog. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of like.
You're raging. I'm not sure you have that much.
I wonder if
control.
there's no
No,
way
like that's just how I'm doing it.
I wonder if there's a way
It's
we
not
can
like-
just like cook these wings into someone's skin to where you just have like these wings that has been kind of baked in. I don't want to say.
I don't think they'd be
caramelized on,
functional though.
Oh, no, they wouldn't. They would just look insane.
No, but I,
Not
like,
even
I am
cool,
kind of like
but
putting
just
them
crazy.
aside, so like I wouldn't be thinking about it, but they would be like
All right,
upwards.
so you kind of like step on like ski poles, like as you're like standing up, and they kind of like
Yeah.
stick in the ground. You just let go.
And I immediately
You see like these little hooked wings sticking above the
I
top.
immediately jump forward and go to like grab him by the neck.
All right, I think he's actually escaping your grasp. You can roll with disadvantage to do that.
Sweet. 7
Plus 5.
Plus 3.
Oh, plus
So
3.
10.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
10 or
21.
21. Can I get an inspiration for that low roll?
Just to
Is
even
that a
it out?
thing?
So your 21 doesn't count. So you just, so you're just gonna re-roll your 21.
No, I don't want
He
to
wants to
reroll.
reroll his low one, I think is what he was saying.
Yeah.
Basically, just even it out. As in, like, just like roll one more dice and take the result, I guess? I don't know.
No.
No? Okay.
All right.
No, I don't think you're successful. I think he escapes.
Darn.
Quick,
Because-
let's metagame. I
because
shoot at
you-
him as well.
No.
No. And
That was
it
my
kind
kill.
of like starts to fade from view, and it appears to actually be like fleeing in the same direction as the Dre was fleeing, the one that was shooting.
Mugger off, you coward! As he kind of like screams that, hits the floor.
I think everyone felt that.
Yeah, exactly.
Grumble smash.
While we're doing that, I'll take some more.
Crumple smash.
And we keep an eye on the time.
Move your
It's
wand.
11, so
Yeah.
and you want to leave in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. About.
Right.
Alrighty.
So,
Keep on
alright,
changing
so
your voice.
the Shadow Demon has disappeared from
Mhm.
view. If you're attempting to spot it, you need to let me know that. And the other Dre is now retreating. You can only see the 2 pinpoints of light of the torches in the distance, and you've now lost sight of everything. Are you still kind of like on your hands and knees?
Now I'm like getting back up.
Okay, you start to trip over something in the fog.
It better not be my Inex.
It is.
Did you kneel down, like, do you smell something delicious?
You almost intuitively know that it's your Inex.
Wait a
Oh yeah, I
second.
got my connection.
Wait a second, Zach. Whenever your loved ones die, you do feast upon them.
Yeah.
And you did eat an Inex egg. You cannot say that you would not rightfully eat this Inex.
I would not say that.
Okay, good.
It is my son. I have to give him the proper funeral.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure that, move on.
Just don't ask what we do with the remains.
Okay. Nathan! What happens after he trips on his Inex?
Well, you can narrate that.
I guess
but,
that's for Zach.
I mean,
So I was just mentioning that you could see the Dre that hasn't been slain yet was fleeing off away from you guys, and also now that you're farther along, as it's fleeing, you can kind of see like not materializing, but it's like in your consciousness, like you're finally starting to register. You can see like a distant wall for the chamber.
Okay. I believe that I'm going to start, like... I'm not going to say... Actually, I think this is a good time to kind of recuperate. I'm going to go pick up those wings, and I'm going to, like,
no.
put them on top of my cane.
No, you're not.
I'm going to go approach
You're
the
gonna go
wings.
way back to your kink in the other direction.
Oh, wait. I thought
They're
they were
fleeing
so
away
close.
from you, further into the thing.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to double back all the way
We
back.
can
to
get
your
out.
kink.
Okay, yeah, I didn't realize that...
No, they're just kind of like stuck in the
kinks
ground.
Those are my wings, by the way.
Uh-huh. Well, and then I guess I'm just going to kind of just jog past them. I'm going to go, do my entire turn of just moving until I...
You're gonna double move.
If I can see them within 30 feet and take a shot, then I will. But if I can't, then I'll
Oh
continue
yeah,
moving.
I think so.
Okay, then I'm going to move
What's
30
the
feet.
range on your bow?
320. It's 16
without-
through 20.
Without disadvantage, what is it?
60, but since I have the focus, then it's no disadvantage until 320.
Okay, and you can use that.
Yeah,
So you've
it
already
just
switched to
applies
it?
to archery. Yeah, I already
Yeah,
did
you can
last
give
turn.
it an attack roll.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do that. Plus the 6, I imagine that 23 does hit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Give me a attack
Realistically. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use 1 static point to do an extra d10 of damage. So I'm gonna do this much damage. 5, 6, 10 damage to the Dre that I was aiming at and trying to kill.
roll. Okay, you stick an arrow into it, and it's kind of like sticks into the arm that's like towards you. That's like grabbing onto the staff, and it kind of like it's like and it just kind of like shoots like magic missiles, and they just kind of and like.
Okay, so it didn't look at me. It didn't look at me.
No, I think you threw off its spell, and it kind of like fizzles, and the magic missile just kind of like the spell fails.
Actually, this is a good time to ask. I think. Does it look like it sucks away life from things whenever it casts magic? Like, because that's widely known.
It's too far away.
Universe.
Like you're in like pitch black. If it weren't the fact that you can see in the dark magically, like because of your nature, like you would have no idea what's going on.
Okay. Yeah.
And plus, the ground, as it were, is completely obscured by fog.
How far away is this stray?
Like 100 feet maybe.
So I realized that dark vision goes up to 60 feet, doesn't it?
Okay, we'll say 60 feet.
No, I'm just trying to say, like, we probably shouldn't be able to see everything that we do.
Yeah, so the distance it's all abstracted, so you can still see him. He's fleeing and you're chasing after him, so he's like on the edge of your vision.
Okay, sure. So I've already moved 30 feet, I've already shot. Don't really need a bonus action for anything right now, so yeah.
And then the other two are chasing after you, guys, and so you can see now that the wall, there's kind of like a niche, and there's something like rising out of like the fog. The fog doesn't rise over this kind of like low geometric kind of shape. It's kind of like rectangular. You can't totally make it out because it's being obscured by the dray, and it's like just like really foggy. Like there's more than just the fog on the ground. It's just hard to make out what's there, and you can see some like eggs around and stuff.
Gotcha.
So it's like this is kind of like a dead end, and he's like hobbling towards this like thing, and then he goes around it, and you can see it's like this like large. It's not even like you can tell it's actually not rectangular. It's got more sides to it, so it's some kind of like low like stone roofed thing, but it's higher than the fog, maybe the height of this table, and it's got like objects on it, and then he goes like around it, and there's like this. Like he kind of like almost like starts to disappear into like a fog bank or something. That's not like the low-lying fog. It's like up in the air.
Actually, is my bonus action. I think I'd like to teleport to him. Like teleport in his direction.
What's the distance on teleport?
It's 10 feet per side point, and I can spend up to 4 at a time, so I can go. 20
Doesn't
feet
that add on to like something else that you do?
Yes, yeah, it adds into my points. What do you mean?
No.
Oh, wait, never mind. If I haven't moved on my turn, okay. Yeah, I can't do that.
So on
That's
your next turn, you want to
on my next turn, I'd like to.
Alright.
I guess I could just double move. That might be more efficient.
So Lobu is shot and missed, and Tristani also shot and missed.
Okay.
At him. So they've acted. Let's cut back to you.
Well, now that I'm standing up and kind of like knowing where my Einix child and half is, I take a tender step back. I pick up those wings and move them, and I'm gonna cover my child with these wings for now.
So you're draping the half torso of the Einix with the wings?
Yes. As part of it's the closest thing I could do.
You're moving straight to morning. Are you like killing your rage then, I guess?
Yeah.
Right.
This was a very sobering. Sobering moment.
You're sobbing too, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, that too.
The streaks of
spiritual tears.
Of tears are like carving little clear channels through the blood.
Yeah.
Well, one side is like tears, and the other side is spiritual tears. So like you think you're crying on that side, but
it's just
like
purple.
You're actually not. Yeah.
You can see your ancestral guardians are kind of like ringed around like the part of the Einix, like, and they're all just like solemnly staring down.
You're sitting there talking to someone and no one.
you like, have entire conversations with yourself.
You're like, yeah, I completely agree. Like you're saying everything that they would say.
Yeah, it's There's this. It's a warrior funeral tradition. I have to drape the body in something before the honorary feast. And, after this,
all the triumphs, you're like gonna like celebrate his glory.
Does he have an egg inside of him? And it turns out that there's
you
an
already have the egg.
Yeah.
It's been incubating.
Oh, I forgot that he has an egg.
Yeah.
Wait, where's it been incubating?
In his backpack.
Oh, I was gonna say if it's on his Einix, that might be more of a problem.
So I do drape it, and my first thought, of course, is to give a very moving speech about it, and a eulogy about its life.
In honor of it, we eat the egg.
So you're like still putting your thoughts together because you're a barbarian.
In its warrior life as well.
Alright, and so we're going to cut back to the chase. So you're racing ahead, and what were we wanting to do?
I think actually double moving would just be more efficient, so I'm going to just move 30 feet if I can see him. Actually, I think I've stopped trying to attack. I'm gonna kind of like.
So you're not going to teleport at all?
Is he? Yeah, I guess I'll teleport. That might be easier because then I can.
So you say like racing ahead, and you realize, okay, I'm losing sight of this guy, and you just like teleport ahead.
Blink.
So you arrive like 20 feet away from where he should be.
How many feet away was he?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, I was asking because of my points. I have to keep track of those, and it's so many feet.
We'll just say. So you're trying to close the gap.
Mm-hmm.
You can do up to 4.
Yep, up to 80 feet. Yeah.
80.
20 feet of assignment point is what it is.
Oh, I think it was 10.
Yeah. I said that, and then I realized. And I remembered that
then just do 2.
20.
Just do 2.
Okay, just do 2.
I was thinking 40.
Sure.
So just mark off 2. All right, and so you teleport. You're about 10 feet away now, and you realize that the shape is like a hexagon. It's like a hexagon slab, and there's like items on it. And beyond it is this like swirling cloud, like 3-dimensional cloud of fog that's like pitch black in it. And you just realize that like behind it, like there's nothing behind it but like just like the wall of the ruin.
So this is a portal, and from what I might interpret.
Possibly.
I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say, "Follow me, guys!" And I'm going to just jump into the portal. And I hope that I don't just slam my head into the wall.
You're going to walk into this like swirling vortex of like cloudiness. All right. So you hear him say this. You register.
I can heal myself, but I'm not gonna because I
It's too
don't
late.
think about it.
You've gone into it. So
yeah.
If it were a sphere of annihilation, you would totally cease to exist.
Hang on. I'm going head first, chasing an enemy into an unknown territory with 5 hit points, when I could just heal myself and wait for my party to arrive.
Yeah, he could do that.
That's what I'm doing. Yes,
Yeah.
I am definitely going to that portal.
So I hear this this very rude interjection in the middle of my eulogy. He was this great warrior who fought many a beast, many a dray, and then all of a sudden, "Follow me, guys!" in the background. And I just stop and I go.
And the wings, the shadow wings, are starting to like mist off into the fog, like they're almost like ceasing to exist. They're already kind of incorporeal to begin with, and it's like they're starting to like fade into nothingness.
Is there any sort of physicality left to them?
Currently, but it seems to be fading. You're starting to notice that they're starting to like their connection to this plane is like weakening.
Grab them, take a bite to see what they taste like, and then throw them down and run.
Oh, I already know what it tastes like.
I guess you did just take a big bite out of its neck.
Face.
Face. Sorry.
Yeah.
What, you get a chunk of its cheek? Is that what you did?
No, just
there was no blood in it. It was just like painful.
Yeah.
Okay.
It tastes like fire.
So you're mourning your dead mount.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And what are you doing now?
Let's go ahead and give you some damage from that bite. I didn't even think to do that. Just take 1 damage.
All right.
Yeah,
we didn't narrate it.
The narrative is catching up. Now the rage is off. You realize, I took damage from that.
The consequence of
it was actually technically 2 damage, but you're raging at the time. It was just 1.
The consequence of eating your foes. You just take
I think we could say biting demons. I mean, you can scratch that off your bucket list. Bit a demon and live to tell the tale. Okay, also Tristani and Lobu are chasing after you. I'm not sure if they're going to go in, so is... Ethan, if you're still present, do you follow him?
He's not present.
To the portal? Oh, he's not present?
Nah.
Oh, man.
I guess that's just where we're going to
We'll let the dice gods decide.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, they both went in.
Nice.
So that you see your companions, like, jumping after, like, and they're catching up and, like, looking, double-checking, and then they're both going in and disappearing into this, like, oval cloud thing.
All right. So I kind of sigh again, and Huth hands over this spiritual paper to his father, Jank, and says, "All right, just finish the eulogy. I'll be right back." And whenever Jank looks down at the paper, he'd notice that there's actually nothing written on it. He's illiterate.
So when you start moving towards them, you realize you're in the pitch black, and you realize that this like oval is actually giving off a faint bit of like purple light.
All right. Any chance I can kind of like scrape the ground and find my bone blade?
If you can roll a 100, yes, but otherwise there's not a chance.
100. You rolled a
15. Close enough.
Definitely not.
No. All right.
I think you had other weapons though, didn't you?
No, I got a hand axe and 4 javelins.
And his teeth.
And my teeth.
He has his teeth.
My teeth are just as good as the blade of bone.
Where you're headed, I don't think a bone blade's going to help you. Alright, so you step through the portal, and we're going to end on a cliffhanger ending. So, next Friday, we'll find out what's on the other side of the portal, or is it actually a sphere of annihilation, and we'll be starting a new campaign. So,
It very well could be leading
on.
to a cliff that we're all hanging from.
I do want to explain though, if that is a sphere of annihilation, that means that our foe shot at us just to run away to his knowing.
Well, maybe he was like he
Knowing
sidestepped
that he
and
was
just hid
gonna
behind the wall.
completely-
You know, like haha, look at this fool walking in my sphere.
All right, we are going to try a earlier starting time at 9 p.m. Central Time. That's 10 Eastern and 7 p.m. Pacific. It's been a long day. And so Friday nights, 9 p.m. Central Time. We'll shoot for 9 to midnight. Try and get a 3-hour session in. 2 hours didn't quite feel long enough. So, but we're getting a little bit early so that I can get up early in the morning. So,
I got stuff I gotta do.
yeah.
Awesome. Watch out for channel updates. We might be updating just a little bit on some of our schedule. We're going to try finding another day, or at least a different time to kind of fit something in that might not be D&D. It could be, but it definitely will be this session.
Yeah, and we'll also update the show notes. Actually, down at the bottom where we have the date, we'll update that for 9 p.m. start time, and we'll also put a link to our YouTube channel. So that way all our episodes will be on YouTube. And we might do like a Saturday evening, maybe a shorter session, something else. We'll probably not do D&D. We're debating what to do, so we've considered some other type of game, and it might just be Kale and I. So we might just do like a party run by one person, and then like the other person running this session. So so we are toying with several ideas. I don't think that'll start tomorrow, but maybe next week.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
But
I might.
basically looking at having 2 sessions each weekend, maybe Friday, Saturday night. Anything else?
I think that's a bit about it. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for coming in and watching. See you guys next week, and have a great rest of your night.
I would like to remind the cast that